That's what happens when niggas talk on Instagram, but when they see us in person, they don't got the same reaction. It's the same. Woo!
What's going on, you guys? So, George Ferocious Kamboso, says that he would like to fight Tank Davis. He said he's a very good fighter and that he would love to face Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, of course, he has a fight coming up against Devin the Dream Haney, but he's looking forward to facing Gervonta Tank Davis. Hit that like button for your boy. Give me that HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. We're in the road to 15,000 subscribers. Now, George Kamboso, as we know, got a fight coming up, but he's looking at guys like Gervonta Tank Davis. He's paying attention to Tank Davis' next fight against Rolando Romero. He says Tank Davis is going to absolutely destroy that clown, Rolando Romero. And yeah, he says Tank's a very good fighter, etc., etc., etc. He said that he's the top dog, you know, in regards to himself. He's the top dog, but he's also the underdog, and he loves it. But yeah, this is what he had to say. This is what he had to say in regards to Tank Davis and Rolando Romero. He says, that guy is a clown. It's as simple as that. I thought Teofimo Lopez Sr. was a clown, but this guy is a bigger clown. He's a bigger clown. He reminds me of Happy Gilmore from Adam Sandler, the movie. Oh, man. George Kamboso's got a lot of jokes. You know, he said he's from the trenches. He's from the gutter. You know, George Kamboso's... Let me continue. He said something is wrong. Something is missing there. Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore, something is wrong with him, man. He's going to destroy him. And this is in regards to Tank Davis fighting Rolando Romero. Apparently, he don't think Rolando Romero stands a chance against Gervonta Tank Davis. Like a mass majority of people don't think this guy stands a chance. I think Romero is digging a deep hole for himself. The more he talks, the more stupid things he comes on the camera and says. Yeah, so he's been paying attention to what his potential rivals been saying. Guys like Rolly, guys like Tank, you know, George been paying attention. And George Kamboso, say what you want about him, right? He did give Devin Haney, he made Devin Haney run through the gauntlet to get this fight. Devin Haney has to go through the gauntlet just to get this fight, right? He had to go through the gauntlet. He still has to go through the gauntlet just to truly beat Kamboso and beating him twice. But yeah, he's going through it fighting these guys, right? Out of all these dudes that was supposed to be the best young lightweights coming up, George Kamboso, the guy out of nowhere from Australia, is the guy that's going to be facing Devin Haney before everybody. So we got to give him credit there, right? He's also looking at killers like Gervonta Tank Davis. So yeah. Then he says, I don't really pay attention to that guy, but you see things pop up and you be like, who are you? Because you train at Mayweather Boxing Gym? You supposed to be somebody? You're a nobody. Oh, snaps. So he called Rolando Romero a nobody. You should have lost a few fights ago against Jackson Marinez. And not that I watched the fight, but everybody said on social media that you got a gifted decision. Tank should handle him pretty easily. And I would agree. I felt Jackson Marinez won that fight against Rolando Romero easily, but of course he lost a popularity contest. Rolando Romero had nothing for that guy. Actually, that was the worst I've ever seen Rolando Rolly Romero. That'll be the end of him. You'll never hear him again, said Kamboso in regards to Rolando Romero. I would love to fight Tank. Like I said, I think he's a good fighter. I was there ringside watching this fight against Isaac Cruz in Los Angeles. A lot of holes in Tank. We'll see. I'm focused on one guy, Devin Haney, right now. I'm zoned in on only one guy, said George Kamboso. So yeah, he said he's zoned in on Devin Haney. However, of course, you know, when these guys get the camera in front of them, the reporters tend to ask them about potential other fights and other guys in the division. And in what way to bring more attention to your fight than mention a guy like Gervonta Tank Davis, who has the juice in the division. Whether he's the guy holding all the belts or not, Tank Davis is a guy that catches attention. So yeah, George Kamboso had quite a bit things to say about Rolando Romero. He said he's a clown. He said Tank Davis should end him easily. He said he's an even bigger clown than Teofimo Lopez Sr. He also said that he will give Teofimo Lopez a rematch at 140 pounds. George Kamboso is doing a lot of talking. He's going to have to do a lot of walking. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see If he can get past Devin Haney, right? Of course, he only has to beat Devin Haney one time. Then he can go into bigger and better things. But if he loses against Devin Haney, then he has another opportunity to face Devin Haney. But with all that, we'll see what happens for George Ferocious Kambosos. He's doing a lot of talking. He's going to have to do a lot of walking. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.